Have you ever felt a surge of panic when you can't find your phone? Or caught yourself mindlessly scrolling through social media when you should be working? You're not alone. Digital addiction is a growing concern that affects millions, yet it's rarely discussed openly. Let's change that today. Digital addiction refers to the compulsive use of digital devices and platforms, often at the expense of other important aspects of life. It comes in various forms, including social media addiction, internet gaming disorder, online gambling, shopping addiction, and problematic use of online pornography. The stakes are high. Digital addiction can lead to significant mental health issues like increased anxiety and depression. It can also cause physical problems such as poor sleep and backaches. But don't worry, this video isn't just about pointing out problems. We'll explore practical solutions and awareness strategies to help you regain control of your digital life. Stay tuned to learn how to recognize the signs of digital addiction and what you can do about it. You might think you're just a casual smartphone user, but what if your seemingly harmless habits are hiding a deeper problem? Discover the surprising signs that could reveal whether you're unknowingly caught in the grip of digital addiction. As we navigate our increasingly connected world, it's crucial to recognize the fine line between healthy tech use and problematic behavior. Digital addiction is a growing concern, and its signs can be subtle yet impactful. Let's explore some common indicators that might suggest you're developing an unhealthy relationship with your devices. One of the most telling signs of digital addiction is an inability to moderate or abstain from technology use. If you find yourself constantly reaching for your phone, even in inappropriate situations, or struggling to stick to self-imposed limits on screen time, it might be time to reassess your habits. This compulsive behavior often goes hand in hand with a preoccupation with digital devices, where thoughts of checking social media or responding to messages dominate your mind throughout the day. Another red flag is the neglect of personal relationships and responsibilities. When technology starts interfering with your work, studies, or face-to-face interactions with friends and family, it's a clear sign that your digital habits are becoming problematic. Ask yourself, have you missed important deadlines or social events because you were too engrossed in your device? It's important to note that digital addiction can manifest differently across age groups, with children and young adults being particularly vulnerable. For younger users, signs of tech dependency might include mood swings, irritability, and increased anxiety or depression when separated from their devices. Parents and educators should be especially vigilant, as digital addiction in children can lead to impaired cognitive functions, such as reduced attention spans and compromised problem-solving skills. Perhaps more concerning is the impact on executive functions like impulse control. Children who struggle with digital addiction may find it increasingly difficult to regulate their behavior, both online and offline. This can create a cycle where technology use becomes a coping mechanism for underlying issues, further exacerbating the problem. Speaking of underlying issues, it's crucial to understand that digital addiction often intersects with mental health concerns. For many individuals, excessive technology use can be a symptom of or a coping mechanism for conditions like anxiety or ADHD. If you find yourself turning to your devices as an escape from uncomfortable emotions or situations, it might be worth exploring whether there are deeper issues at play. So, how can you gauge your own level of digital dependency? Here's a simple self-assessment method you can try right now. Take a moment to reflect on these questions. Can you easily set and stick to limits on your technology use? 2. Do you experience feelings of anxiety or discomfort when separated from your devices? 3. Has your technology use negatively impacted your personal relationships or professional responsibilities? Be honest with yourself as you consider these questions. Your answers can provide valuable insight into your relationship with technology and help you identify areas where you might need to make changes. To illustrate the real-world impact of digital addiction, consider the experience of Stephanie, who reported experiencing panic attacks when separated from her phone. Her story highlights the emotional and psychological toll that excessive digital dependency can take, including feelings of loss and an unhealthy need for external validation through social media and constant connectivity. It's also worth noting that digital addiction can lead to feelings of guilt, shame, and low self-esteem, particularly among young users who struggle to control their technology use. These negative emotions can create a vicious cycle where individuals turn to their devices for comfort, only to feel worse about their inability to disconnect. As we become more aware of the signs and symptoms of digital addiction, it's important to remember that technology itself isn't inherently bad. The key is learning to use it responsibly and in moderation. By recognizing the potential pitfalls and being honest about our own habits, we can take steps to ensure that technology enhances our lives rather than controls them. While we strive for responsible tech use, have you ever wondered why it's so challenging to put down your phone? The answer lies deep within your brain, where social media likes and notification pings trigger the same reward centers as addictive substances. Discover the hidden science that keeps you scrolling. The truth is, your favorite apps and social media platforms aren't just designed to be user-friendly, they're engineered to be addictive. Tech companies employ sophisticated psychological tactics to keep you engaged, often without your knowledge. These tactics tap into the very core of human psychology, exploiting our natural tendencies and vulnerabilities. One of the most powerful tools in their arsenal is the concept of variable ratio reinforcement. This is the same principle that makes slot machines so addictive. In the digital world, it manifests as the unpredictable nature of notifications, likes, and new content. You never know when you'll get that next dopamine hit, so you keep coming back for more. This constant cycle of anticipation and reward alters your brain chemistry. Each notification or like triggers a small release of dopamine, the neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. Over time, this can lead to changes in brain structure and function, particularly in areas related to impulse control and decision-making. A user described the addictive nature of these platforms, saying they felt an instant rush of acceptance and euphoria from likes and messages on social media. This rush is no accident. It's a carefully crafted experience designed to keep you coming back for more. The impact of digital addiction goes beyond just feeling good when you get likes. Excessive use of social media and gaming can lead to significant changes in brain structure and function. These changes can affect your ability to control impulses and make decisions, potentially leading to compulsive behaviors that extend beyond your digital life. Tech companies don't stop at exploiting our psychological vulnerabilities. They also design their interfaces to be as engaging as possible. Infinite scrolling, autoplay features, and strategically timed notifications are all tools used to keep you on the platform longer. The longer you stay, the more ads you see, and the more data they can collect about you. But it's not just about keeping you engaged. It's about creating a sense of FOMO, fear of missing out, that makes you feel anxious when you're not connected. This anxiety can lead to compulsive checking behaviors, where you find yourself reaching for your phone even when you know there's nothing important waiting for you. The addictive nature of these platforms is so powerful that many users report feeling they need to be constantly connected to avoid feelings of anxiety or insecurity. This constant need for connection can interfere with real-life relationships, work productivity, and overall well-being. It's important to note that not everyone is equally susceptible to digital addiction. Factors like personality, mental health, and life circumstances can all play a role in how vulnerable you are to these tactics. However, even if you don't consider yourself addicted, being aware of these techniques can help you make more conscious choices about your tech use. So, what can you do with this knowledge? The first step is awareness. Understanding how these platforms are designed to hook you can help you recognize when you're being manipulated. Pay attention to how you feel when you use certain apps or platforms. Do you find yourself mindlessly scrolling? Do you feel anxious when you can't check your phone? Next, consider setting boundaries for your tech use. This might mean turning off notifications, setting specific times for checking social media, or using app blockers during work hours. Remember, the goal isn't to completely eliminate technology from your life. It's to regain control over how and when you use it. Now that we understand how technology can hijack our brains, it's time to take back control. While boundaries are crucial, they're not always enough. What if I told you there's a step-by-step plan that could transform your relationship with technology, starting today? It's time to unveil the surprising strategies that put you back in control. The good news is that the very technology causing digital addiction can also be part of the solution. App restrictions and screen time reports are powerful tools for moderating our digital use. These features, now built into most smartphones, allow us to set limits on app usage and track our daily screen time. By leveraging these tools, We can gain valuable insights into our habits and make informed decisions about our tech use. Setting healthy boundaries with technology is essential, especially for parents managing their children's device use. This doesn't mean completely cutting off access, but rather creating a balanced approach. Consider establishing tech-free zones in your home, such as the dinner table or bedrooms. Encourage alternative activities that don't involve screens, like reading, outdoor play, or family game nights. By promoting these offline activities, we can reduce screen time and foster more meaningful connections. Support from loved ones plays a crucial role in recovering from digital addiction. Having a strong support system can encourage individuals to make healthier choices regarding technology use. Open discussions about technology use within families can help identify issues and promote healthier habits among all members. Don't be afraid to reach out to friends and family for help. Their understanding and encouragement can make a significant difference in your journey towards digital balance. Now, let's dive into a step-by-step plan to address your digital habits. Recognize the problem. Reflect on your current technology use and its impact on your life. Be honest with yourself about areas where you might be struggling. 2. Utilize technological aids. Enable screen time tracking on your devices and set app limits. Use this data to identify patterns and areas for improvement. 3. Set clear boundaries. Establish specific times and places where technology use is off-limits. Communicate these boundaries to friends and family to ensure they understand and support your efforts. 4. Create a schedule. Plan your day to include dedicated time for important tasks, social interactions, and technology use. Stick to this schedule to maintain balance. 5. Practice mindfulness. When using technology, be fully present and aware of your actions. Ask yourself if your current use aligns with your goals and values. 6. Engage in offline activities. Rediscover hobbies and interests that don't involve screens. This could be anything from reading and exercise to art and nature walks. 7. Seek support. Share your goals with friends and family. Consider joining support groups or seeking professional help if you're struggling to manage your digital habits on your own. 8. Regular check-ins. Periodically assess your progress and adjust your strategies as needed. Celebrate small victories and learn from setbacks. Remember, behavioral interventions like cognitive behavioral therapy can be highly effective in managing compulsive digital behaviors. If you find yourself struggling despite your best efforts, don't hesitate to seek professional help. To further reclaim your digital life, try these practical tips. 1. Turn off non-essential notifications to reduce distractions. 2. Use grayscale mode on your phone to make it less visually appealing. 3. Keep devices out of the bedroom to improve sleep quality. 4. Practice the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds to reduce eye strain. 5. Use apps that block distracting websites during work hours. 6. Designate specific times for checking email and social media, rather than constantly throughout the day. To further reclaim your digital life, try these practical tips. 1. Turn off non-essential notifications to reduce distractions. 2. Use grayscale mode on your phone to make it less visually appealing. 3. Keep devices out of the bedroom to improve sleep quality. 4. Practice the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds to reduce eye strain. 5. Use apps that block distracting websites during work hours. 6. Designate specific times for checking email and social media, rather than constantly throughout the day.